I'm not gonna play. I was just trying to scare you a little bit. I wanna share something, little story. Something happened to me yesterday. Um, I work in delivery. Made a delivery to this construction site yesterday, and I had to, be there for like quite a few hours, maybe 6 hours, I would say. And there's something that kind of like something happened, kind of like you know caught my attention as I was working next to this room, delivering material in there. I saw this group of people working on on the wall, doing finishing. I don't know how they really call this stuff, but they were like 5 people working in there. And as they were working, um, I noticed that one of them, he has so much energy to speak and talk and talk. Oh my gosh, he would talk so much. It was unbelievable. It's like his mouth would never dry. Keep going and going and going. He had an hour. He dedicated a whole hour just to speak about what happened, Saturday. He dedicated a whole hour for the Saturday, for Sunday, for the whole weekend stuff. And after he finished with that, he kept talking about something else and else, and I was like, oh my gosh, why he talk so much? And his friends, there were like 4 people there working together. I heard that they lived together also. They wanted to speak, but he won't let them. Every time he talk, he would speak. Every time they say something, he would just interrupt right there and stop him. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like listening, so I'm like, how come this man can speak so much? He was probably about 28 years old. And I remember back in the days, back in my hometown, in my country, one afternoon, one evening, me and my grandfather went to the river. And as we were in the river, people over there use wagons. This kind of wagons, they got like 2 wheels wagons. They are pulled by animals, sometimes by horses, sometimes by bulls, or I don't know how they call them, but it's like male, uh, like I would say, yeah, like bulls, and they are pulled by bulls, and they use them to transport stuff from rivers and places that cars cannot go through. And also it's cheaper, but people do it for that reason. And there's a lot of wagons. That's the country. I mean, that little town use wagons for a lot of things. That's the way the people, that's the way people live up there. And there was coming this. I remember there was this wagon coming, and it was making so much noise as the wheels hit the roads of the road where it was going. It was just making so much noise and noise. I was like, oh my gosh, why is so noisy? And I noticed that the wagon was empty. There was no weight on the wagon. There was nothing in the wagon, but the man was riding it. You know what I mean, or controlling it. And I was like, oh my God, but why is so noisy? And he was making so much noise, and my grandpa said, I want you to pay attention to this. He said, it's noisy. He said, because there's no weight in there. And so the wheels, you know what I mean? The wheels bounce on it. The wheels are made of metal. And they just make noise like that. And he said, but I want you to pay attention to this. And after that, after the noisy wagon left, there was another one. There was another one coming. And that was full. Had so much stuff in there. And it was so full of wood, that people will, go and get from rivers and stuff like that. And it was so amazing how quiet that wagon was. I was shocked, to think, and say, this should be the other way with this wagon being, loaded, should be making so much noise because it's heavy. So he said to me, he said, that's the way people is sometimes. When people talk and talk and talk and talk because they have nothing inside. The more noise they make is the empty they enter that inside. He said, but when people that's quiet sometimes because they have so much in their minds, in their lives. So, that came to my mind and I said, oh my gosh. And he also told me that life is like school. When you go to school, little kids go to school the first year, they go to kindergarten, or, the first year in school, they'll be like nervous because they don't know what's going to be. But the second year, in school, they be like, oh, they already know more about it. And in the third year, they know more and more. And that's the way, life is. Some people, life is like that. You learn and learn every day. And sometimes, the bad thing about it, sometimes there's people that don't know, they haven't even started school yet. They leaving, they getting old, but they haven't learned. Sometimes we got to think about it. If people, how people look at us when we talk and talk. Sometimes, if people feel offended, it's because we don't respect their space. Sometimes we got to listen to what other people have to say. And you know what I mean? The question is, what grade are we in life? Are we still in kindergarten? Or are we already in second grade, first grade? That's the question. Take care. May God bless you.